The quietest person in the room is usually the one who understands the most. They're not silent because they have nothing to say. They're silent because their mind is working in ways most people never notice. People who stay quiet in group settings are often high cognitive processors. Their brain doesn't react instantly, it absorbs first. While others speak to think, they think to speak. Psychologists call this reflective processing. These individuals gather information, read the emotional climate, and evaluate consequences before saying anything. Silence for them is not absence, it's preparation. Many quiet people have high emotional sensitivity. They notice subtle shifts in tone, facial expressions, and group energy. A slight change in mood can alter how safe or unsafe a group feels to them. So instead of jumping into conversation, they scan. This trait is linked to sensory processing sensitivity, a well-researched personality dimension. It doesn't mean weakness, it means depth. Another reason people stay quiet is fear of misinterpretation. Quiet individuals often think several steps ahead. How will this be taken? Will I be misunderstood? Is this worth explaining? Because they think in layers, they avoid speaking unless they believe their message will land accurately. And in fast-moving group conversations, accuracy often loses to speed. So they choose silence over distortion. Some learned early that speaking wasn't safe. Maybe they were interrupted constantly. Maybe they were mocked. Maybe their opinions were dismissed. Maybe they were told to be quiet too often. The brain stores these experiences and builds a rule. Observe first, speak only when necessary. This isn't shyness, it's conditioning. There's also a link to introverted nervous systems. Introverts process stimulation deeply, but get overwhelmed faster in social environments. Group conversations move quickly, overlap, and demand constant attention. For some brains, that's exhausting. So they conserve energy by listening instead of performing. Silence becomes self-regulation. Quiet people often struggle with internal dialogue overload. While others speak externally, they speak internally. They analyze what's being said, what's unsaid, and what might come next. By the time they fully process their thought, the conversation has already moved on. This isn't slowness, it's depth colliding with speed. Some stay quiet because they dislike social hierarchy games. Group conversations often include dominance displays, subtle competition, attention-seeking, status signaling. Quiet individuals tend to value meaning over visibility. If a conversation feels performative rather than genuine, they disengage. Not out of arrogance, out of disinterest. Another reason is high self-awareness. Quiet people are often aware of how much space they take. They don't want to interrupt. They don't want to overpower others. They don't want to talk just to talk. So they wait for the right moment. The problem is, groups rarely pause long enough. There's also social fatigue. In groups, especially unfamiliar ones, quiet individuals spend mental energy tracking facial reactions, tone shifts, group dynamics, unspoken rules. This constant monitoring drains them, so silence becomes recovery. Many quiet people carry a misconception. They believe speaking requires having something important to say. Casual talk feels pointless to them. Small talk feels empty. Repetition feels unnecessary. So unless they feel a contribution adds value, they remain quiet. Not because they lack confidence, but because they value substance. Interestingly, research shows quiet individuals are often deeply competent communicators one-on-one. In private conversations, they open up. They ask meaningful questions. They listen fully. They respond thoughtfully. Groups mute them. Connection activates them. Some quietness comes from self-protection. When people have been misunderstood or judged before, their brain learns less exposure equals less risk. So they minimize verbal presence. It's not fear, it's strategy. The biggest misunderstanding? People assume quiet people are insecure, boring, antisocial, uninterested. In reality, many are simply internally rich. Their thoughts don't rush outward, their emotions run deep, their words are filtered. They don't compete for attention, they wait for resonance. Quiet people often remember everything. Who said what? Who changed tone? Who excluded whom? Who dominated? Who listened? Because while others spoke, they observed. Here's the psychological truth. Silence in groups is rarely about lack of confidence. It's about selectivity, sensitivity, and self-regulation. And when quiet people finally speak, it's usually worth listening. Thank you for watching this video.